35 years ago, Ukraine became independent, together with 15 other Soviet republics. Neither of those former Soviet republics had a very easy time to transition to parliamentary democracy, the rule of law and market economy. They all faced the legacy of decades of Soviet authoritarianism, of decades of corruption and economic efficiency. But Ukraine made enormous headway during the last 20 years. The country established a functioning parliamentary democracy, a pluralist society, and an increasingly competitive economy. New generations of Ukrainians have grown up, came of age, who decided to want to be part of the Western world, to embrace Western values, and see Ukraine's future in the European Union and on the side of the United States. Russia took a very different road. Vladimir Putin, ruling his country for the last 25 years, has failed to build a self-sustaining economy and society. Instead, he established a popular dictatorship. Any opposition is silenced by censorship, intimidation, incarceration, and murder. Against this backdrop, Ukraine has nothing been but a provocation for Putin's Russia. Ukrainians show no interest in joining the Russian Empire again. They insist on their national independence and see their future firmly in the West. This makes Putin's dream of empire an illusion. There is no Russian empire without Ukraine. To add insult to injury, Ukrainians also challenged Putin's claim that democracy, the rule of law, and civil society are just Western principles that cannot be applied to Russia and its people. Well, there is no country historically and culturally closer to Russia than Ukraine. If Ukrainians, and among them millions of native Russian speakers, believe in an open, pluralist, and democratic society, so could one day also the citizens of Russia. Putin tried to first meddle with Ukrainian elections. When this did not work, Putin reverted to military means. In 2014, he had annexed Crimea and staged a separatist movement in eastern Ukraine. In 2022, he shocked the world by unleashing a full-fledged invasion of a free country. Putin, however, miscalculated. He did not expect that Ukrainians would not be intimidated by Russian tanks, but take up arms and sacrifice their lives for their freedom and independence. And Putin did also not expect that 141 countries in the world would support United Nations Resolution ES 11-1 that deplored Russia's aggression and demanded a full withdrawal of its forces from Ukraine. Not only Ukraine's independence and freedom is at stake here. At stake is the entire rule-based order established after the Second World War, established with the strong support of the United States. If Russia succeeds in Ukraine, this order will likely collapse. We would be back in a world with a law of the strongest rules, where military aggression might pay off, and where no country can live any longer in safe borders. The signs are growing that Russia cannot sustain its military campaign for much longer. As we all know, last week's meeting in the White House between Trump and Zelensky did not go well, to put it mildly. President Zelensky, who enjoys the overwhelming support of its people, wants peace more than anybody else. But out of bitter historical experiences, and in the light of massive Russian war crimes in Russian-occupied territories, he cannot accept a false peace. A peace that would be de facto strip Ukraine of her independence, abandon the country to Russia's will, and rob Ukrainians of their hopes for a better future. Putin has been counting on discord among Ukraine's Western allies, and he and his regime have been going out of their way through the means of hybrid warfare to sow discord and weaken the Western alliance. We are now standing at the crossroads. Here is a Russia whose aggression will pay off it would make the entire world a much less safe place. And there is a Ukraine that will prevail in this fight for freedom and independence. It would be a strong message of hope at difficult times.
Right.
But for that hope to materialize, the democratic world needs to remain united in the support of Ukraine and stop spreading wrong narratives.
Right.
Thank you very much for your attention.